Here are some ways that 2K can make 2K27 way better than 2K26. Pay attention. Let's get it. Number 1, make the game more realistic and simulation-based and force people to get better. Eliminate exploits and cheesy animations to force more playstyles. Make defense matter and be more rewarding. People find these animations, and once they find these animations, the whole community use these animations, and it's totally trash. Like, it makes the game very one-dimensional, right? So I feel like 2K should be monitoring this, paying attention, and adjusting things, just like, for instance, all my people who've been playing Crimson Desert or been watching Crimson Desert, and you see those developers always updating the game literally every week. They're finding new things to include in the game, finding ways to improve the game, and it's happening weekly. How come 2K can't do that? 2K can do that. They just choose not to, right? I also believe that 2K should stop making a yearly game and go to a format similar to Fortnite. I've been saying this for a couple years now. What's the point of having a new game every single year and there's very little minor changes and adjustments, right? But look at a game like Grand Theft Auto, who's under the same umbrella as 2K. You know what I'm saying? Rockstar and Take-Two, they're all together, intertwined, everything like that, right? They've been working on Grand Theft Auto 6 for a decade or so, right? I'm not saying that they gotta make a 2K and then make it go that long before another 2K comes out. What I'm saying is we don't need one every year. So like, for instance, you can go NBA 2K, Dirk Nowitzki edition, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever edition, right? You let that ride for a year, updates, this and that. Longer than a year. You let that ride for a couple years, and you get these updates, updated rosters, constantly updating the game while they're working on a new one. You know what I'm saying? They work on a new one, and then you let that one be NBA 2K, Dwayne Wade edition, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the new game with all the major improvements to be way better than the game that was previously released. You get what I'm saying? We are getting so very little adjustments, and then they just completely stop responding, completely stop doing anything to the current game because they're working on the new game. I feel like that's disrespectful to your community as a whole when we can't get any kind of response, any feedback, or any updates on what's going on. Like, for instance, dealing with the cheaters, dealing with the Zen users, the script users, that stuff is there and it's running rampant. You know what I mean? As far as like every single game you're playing on 2K, definitely 100% has cheating going on. Even if it's a person that's not good at all, you know what I'm saying? You can tell. You can just tell, right? Shooting's already easy, but when they're making like straight bullshit, you know what I mean? And it's obvious that they're making bullshit. It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's every single game shooting is on God mode, and it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to focus on those things to make this game better than 26. If they don't focus on the cheating and eliminate the cheating and, just completely put the hammer down on cheating. Okay, we already know 2K does not want to ban a shitload of people, right? They don't want to ban, 80% of the game base, right? But here's an idea where I think that it would be a major upgrade to what we're dealing with now, right? So they don't want to ban everybody, so this is what they should do. They should be monitoring and paying attention to when people, submit and bring to the attention that, hey, these people are cheating, or this person's cheating, or this crew's cheating, and they start paying attention, right? And then once they can confirm that these people are cheating, which is super obvious, all they got to do, they can give them the stamp of shame. You know what I'm saying? They can give them a special logo over the top of their head for cheaters, right? They can do something like that. Give them a special logo for cheating. They can give them a special banner for cheating that they cannot remove, that is there permanently. And also, they can take it a step further. They can start putting all these people in the same servers every single time. Why not, right? Sounds amazing, doesn't it? How toxic would that be when every single cheater is all in the same server Cheater Island or whatever, right? And they all get matched up against each other every single time. Would they complain? Would they cry like they always do when animations are not in their favor and Bump Steals is knocking the ball out of their hands or whatnot and all this other stuff, bro? That would be so hilarious to sit back and watch. All the cheaters on the same server. They got special logos. That's, solidifying them as being cheaters that they cannot remove. That would be amazing to see. I would watch live streams to see that. That would be funny to me. Once a person is verified to be a cheater, and then they're all in the same server. You know what I'm saying? Like their whole teams, the whole Pro-Am teams are all in the same servers, and they can't get out of those servers. Their PlayStation is bound to those servers. That would be hilarious. Also, VC, clothes, anything that you buy, right? Anything that you buy, mandatory should carry over. That's why this game should not be yearly, number one. But VC, clothes, anything you buy, shoes you make, why do we have to buy the same things over and over? I'm surprised 2K hasn't got a lawsuit over that, honestly, right? Every game, every year it comes out, it's the exact same clothes. You got to buy the exact same clothes. You got to make the same shoes, you know what I'm saying? And it's all costing real money, VC, currency, money. They definitely need to address that. Also, they need to address the simple things that are already in the game, but for whatever reason don't work. Like when you make shoes and there's brands that aren't in stores, they used to pop up. I used to make the Way of Wade shoes in previous 2Ks, and I was able to get them. Now you can't get them, but you can still make them. You can make Reeboks. You can make, all these other brands, but you can't equip them. What's the point of that? Why have that in the game? Why have an option to make them, but then you can't wear them nowhere? That's foolish. They need to fix that too. Also, they need to fix Pro-Am. I'm talking about they need to put a jersey selection before the Pro-Am games. What sense does it make to have 3 jerseys that you can make, home, away, and alternate jerseys never activate? So there's times when you have teams that are both wearing white jerseys or black jerseys, or both wearing dark colored jerseys. Why not have a jersey selection screen, just like all other sports games, before the game starts? Sounds like a super simple and easy fix. I've been asking for this for years. I've been playing 2K since Dreamcast. Owned every single 2K. Been legend multiple times. They listen to the wrong people, honestly. They listen to the people who don't care about real things that can be addressed in the game, and they just want to address glitches and glitchy moves and I can't keep dribbling for 24 seconds and bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like super simple things that should be in the game that have been neglected in this game for a long time, that are simple, super easy fixes, are still being neglected for 2K. Also, they need to fix the website image uploader. It shouldn't take days and days for images to upload for us to be able to use them. Also make just everything when it comes to creations better. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you're making jerseys for Pro-Am, like make that way more detailed. And like people like me take pride in making jerseys. I make new jerseys every season. How come we only have to have 3? How come we can't have 7, 8, 10 jerseys that we can have already stored, that we've created, to just be able to select them when we go play games? Why not? They got the capacity to do this. This is PS5 we talking about. You know what I'm saying? They should have way more than enough space and capacity to be able to handle simple things like that. Also, for like park, right? Why don't they put a 21 court in the park? Why don't they put a 4v4 court in the park? You know how many times or how much there are times where there's 4 people and we're waiting for a 5th, or a 5th might be a while, but we got 4 people chilling. Hey, a 4v4 court would be perfect. I'm pretty sure all my guys will play 4v4 no problem. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere, even in 4v4 Pro-Am, just like they got a 3v3 Pro-Am, why not? There's plenty of times people have 4 people and they're waiting for a 5th. Also, the creative player element of 2K needs to be revamped and totally redone. They are the ones that make the WWE game as well. Their creator wrestler thing is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as putting faces, inserting faces into the game, like we are so far behind on 2K. I really think they just don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? You know, that wrestling community goes crazy if something is wrong. We should have as good of a my player creator as the WWE game. It's the exact same company. The exact same company, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. There's actual people that play this game who are creative and who would love to take time to get that right. You know what I'm saying? It's just, come on. 2K, we got to do better. That app, I tried it on Android, I tried it on iPhone. The app is complete trash. It used to be okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's so bad right now. It's very unusable. I be seeing people, you know, with faces on the court and they shit be looking like they got powder on their face. You know, you David, like the face don't match the body. Come on, man. There was face scanner apps that they had before that was way better than what it is now. And that was on previous like PlayStation 4 and stuff like that, where it was actually better than, you know, what we got now. So I don't know. I just feel like they just do the bare minimums for this stuff and not take a look at it when it's bad, you know? And finally, you know, just listen to the community. You know, when you have a community that's overwhelmingly saying something that's clearly wrong with the game, you should be looking to address that. You shouldn't be sitting there with your feet kicked up like everything's fine when it's really not. Just act like you care. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, everybody that has something to say about the game isn't saying something simply to be toxic or simply to just be, you know, assholes or whatever to the people who make the game. There's people who've been playing this game forever who genuinely love to play 2K. It's just so cheesy right now that people are walking away due to all the cheating, how easy it is to shoot, how defense doesn't matter at all whatsoever. All my guys, we take great pride in playing defense. And there's so many times we're playing excellent defense until there's 1 second that it finally happens, right? That glitchy move finally works out of that person standing there dribbling for 23 seconds. And it finally works in a split second. And they finally get a little space where they're still contested. There's still a defender there. And it works. Green. That's crazy. Like, I also feel like if a person is spamming a move, like say they hit the Devin Booker and it's unsuccessful. If they try to do that move again and again 2 more times, they should have a severe penalty when they try to shoot that ball. Who do you know in the NBA does the same move over and over and over again for 24 seconds? Nobody does that in real life. Just like nobody shoots a lot of these crazy shots that we see on this 2K. Nobody shoots those shots in real life. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? 2K should make the game simulation and make people get better. Don't do anything for quote unquote the casuals. If you want to do something for casuals, let them have their area. Let them have an area for casuals that has nothing to do with anything else that's simulation or, you know, having to do with record or having to do with percentages and wins percentages and things like that. Then, you know, let people go do that, you know, casual gaming over there. But when it comes to high level, you know, basketball and IQ and high level thinking, all that shit should be out the window. Like, this shit is way too arcadey. It's like we're playing NBA Jam with 5-on-5 right now, you know? And then the dunk meters are always tripping. People missing wide open dunks. I'm a heavy slasher. I be missing wide open dunks with nobody around me. And I got a legendary posterizer on all my builds. And I'm missing dunks wide open with no one around me. That's insane. That doesn't happen like that in real life. The percentages of that happening in real life are so minute and minimal. You know what I'm saying? Come on, what are we doing? But that's, you know, I've been talking long enough. That's what I got. Y'all let me know, you know, if anybody watches or check this out, what y'all think in the comments. Just some of the things that I've been thinking about in hopes that 2K fixes, which they might not. They might just do just enough to make people get excited like they always do, and it's right back to the same old stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Shady Kate is signing out. A lot of people know me in the community or whatever. I need to start doing more videos. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, holla at your boy. Let me know in the comments if y'all do see it. Let me know what you think about what I had to say. Peace.